So I'm walking in my purpose on purpose. So I'm walking in my purpose on purpose. So I'm walking in my purpose on purpose. On purpose. On purpose. So I'm walking in my purpose on purpose. So I'm walking in my purpose on purpose. So I'm walking in my purpose on purpose. On purpose. On purpose. So I'm walking in my purpose on purpose. So I'm walking in my purpose on purpose. So I'm walking in my purpose on purpose. On purpose. On purpose. So I'm walking in my purpose on purpose. So I'm walking in my purpose on purpose. So I'm walking in my purpose on purpose. On purpose. On purpose. So I'm walking in my purpose on purpose. So I'm walking in my purpose.
So today with us on Stool Talk, we have with us an athlete who's been putting in the hard work on and off the court. She's getting spotlighted for her hard work, dedication, determination. She goes the extra mile, practices extra. Here on Stool Talk, we walk in our purpose on purpose. And today we have with us Miss KK Kessler. How you doing today?
Pretty tired, but feeling pretty good.
Tired from all the hard work, all that work you put in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where did this basketball journey start with you at? How old were you when you first started playing sports, and was basketball your first sport?
It'd probably have to be 3 or 4. And I watched like a little game that I saw somebody play, and I was like, Mom, I have to play basketball now. So she actually got me a basketball and then found me like a YMCA league. And then my friend, her dad was the coach, so she coached us. Although we did not do the best, it was really fun, I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
But my first sport would probably have to be running, not competitively, but just like running for fun because my dad is an awesome runner. So I've got it for him. And yeah, I've just been running for way too long now,
Yeah.
but I'm never gonna stop.
Yeah, that's
So
good. So it seems to me that basketball was inside you, that you seen it and you wanted it. And normally time when a child they see something they want and they talk about it, a sport, they go after it, you know they're gonna be hungry and successful because their parents didn't push them or their friends, they wanted it inside. When did you see that your game started to develop from all the hard work that you put in? Because I know it wasn't easy, like you said, y'all started off. When did you see your game start to develop and you actually get started to get good?
I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably have to say like a year or two ago when I first started doing travel basketball because I used to do travel volleyball, but the coaches they were just so awful to me. I got benched. They were saying not the best things, but I knew that it was not my sport. I knew that basketball would be my forever sport, so I did that. But I definitely saw my progress develop when I started doing private trainings because I saw this one girl do it at Fitness for All. There was this private trainer named Maddie. I saw her work and I was like, Mom, they have a private trainer. Can I do that too? So we stopped doing that and then we went to that trainer and she helped me progress so much on my dribbling, my post work, even my shooting, like for far away distance, and just trying to get all the fundamentals down. Yeah.
That's good. You said a couple things, so I want to peel back the layer and have you say something to someone might be listening younger than you, your same age. It's okay if something doesn't work to not give up, but try something that you really have a heart and love for it. What would you say to somebody else that might be trying another sport and they feel like they know that that sport not good for them, they know they should be doing something else? What would you say to them to give them confidence to try what they really know they best at?
Well, personally, I would have to say if you're not in love with it, then it's not for you because you have to do what you feel like you're gonna love doing. You'll put the time and effort into doing what you really think that you can put the progress in and make it work and like show to your parents, not just yourself, but your parents, your friends, everybody who watches you. you show them that you love the sport so much that you're willing to do anything and willing to get better every single day, every single hour you have, no matter what it takes. And I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah. And would you say that the fuel that you use from not being so good in volleyball, hearing what the coach is saying, getting benched, did you use that fuel to motivate you in basketball?
Oh, 100%. It was like brutal. I would be like, Mom, can you like call them up or something? Because, man,
Yeah,
I would definitely rub it in their faces, but that's not the person I am.
yeah. What do you love most about basketball?
It would have, no, it's too many. It would have to be probably how we created a society, sort of like a family and then the friends. But I love that we all help each other, we all build each other up. We're never letting each other down. That'll probably have to be the main thing. But honestly, I just love seeing how much I can progress. I love competing so much too, but it would probably have to be the everything in general, just the progress of getting better at post, guard, even point guard. It's
Yeah.
like you gotta work on all of it, and I think that's just amazing.
And it's so fun. What grade are you in?
I'm in six.
You're in sixth grade and you saying some stuff that the high schoolers are interviewing, the middle school kids don't even say. So that's good that it's inside you already to know that you got to be prepared to play multiple different positions and you got to put the work in. You can tell by talking about basketball, this sport, you're glowing. I can see it even through you that you love it, and that's good. You always do what you love and you're going to work hard to be the best that you can. What kind of leader do you think that you are? Do you lead with your voice or do you let your play lead?
Mm. Well, I want to say my play, but to be honest, once I'm out on the court, it's so different than when I'm in practice because I use my voice so much that I'm just trying to get their attention and like because even as a post, I have to know every role so that if let's say one of my players or teammates doesn't know what's going on, I should be the one to help them because I get to see the whole court. I'm down low. I have to see everything. So I have to help them out. And no matter what, I just think it's important and all of that just in general.
Yeah, because you're the last line of defense. If somebody get by the guards or the forwards, you right there. Last line of defense, the safety valve. You like the quarterback of the defense. So that's great. You showing me that you lead vocally, but you also observe and you know what's going on too. So that's great. What do you think sets you apart? Like when we get KK on the court, what kind of player are we getting?
Oh, it would have to be like the strong momentum and like the saying, okay, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. And like I'll be budging in, budging through. Like if you get in my way and you know you shouldn't be there, I'll like apologize if you fall, help pick you up. But I'm going and I'm doing whatever I can to score or help my team to get me to score or help them to score.
Yeah. Can you share a memorable moment, whether it be AAU, whether it be in your school basketball season, of a memorable play, a memorable game, just whatever comes to your mind?
Yes. So the first team I ever played with, it would probably be in my first year, I think. It was with Jumpstart. I would definitely have to say that it was close to one of my last games, and the best game we ever played in total, actually. We were down. Both teams were tied, but it wasn't even that. It was like I was scoring a ton. I was playing great defense. I was getting so many steals, so many blocks. I was getting all of it, and so was my team. And I thought it was amazing watching my whole team. But I
Yeah.
probably got the most playing time. But instead of it being because of my height, it was because I was good. And when even though I needed a break, he said, "No, we need you because you're doing the best." And you know, and we know that we can lead you to victory. So it was actually me who scored the last basket, and it was just a phenomenal game, man. It was so tied up. It was like literally down to the free throws, and then we had like a few seconds on the clock that we had to throw it down there and get it, and it was just so amazing. There was so much hype going on. I understand like a playing game, but since there was so much momentum, so much hype in that game, it was so fun to play. I can never forget that moment.
Yeah. And with you even playing, hey, you and playing in these tournaments, the momentum, you can feel it in the atmosphere. So that means you have to be ready to play. You have to come and bring your best. What would you say to a teammate that might be missing shots, may have a couple turnovers, just down on themselves after, a couple bad possessions? What would you say to them to pick them back up?
Oh, I'd probably have to say that no matter what, you have to get up because we all done that. We all have got turnovers. We all shot bad shots. But now you can actually feel the game. You're actually progressing. You're not just saying, "Oh, this comes so easy to me. I can do anything." No, because this will actually be fuel to help power you through because you know that now you have to show them that you're not just getting turnovers, you're not just missing every shot. You're gonna progress from that. You're gonna make your shots and you're gonna go because you have it in you and you know that you can fight for it and you know that although you might feel a little bit embarrassed, you shouldn't because you're so much stronger than they are and you know that it doesn't actually affect you. It's just what people say.
Yeah. What does hard work means to you?
Hard work mostly means that it's what you do, it's what you say, it's how your grades show. Hard work is saying that although you might not have the time, although you might be stressed, although your homework might not be doing so well, although you might not be doing great on the test, you're still getting it done and you're still putting 100% effort into it, even at practices, even when you're sore or tired or anything. You're just giving your 100% your all. You're giving 100% all you got with your heart, and you're giving it all your mind. And no matter what, you won't give up. And I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah. How do you balance it being a preteen, being a kid, having schoolwork, having basketball, having other things, family? Like, how do you balance all of this?
I'm not gonna lie, my mom plays a humongous part in this all because she's the one who drives me to the game. She's the one who makes room in her schedule, especially since she's a sales rep. She's always on the road, but somehow she always makes time for us, always gets us to school when my dad's at work. Always is the one there for us, always getting us the food, always helping us out with our grades, always letting us know so we won't forget anything, always powering us through, always motivating us, even if we had a bad day, always picking us up, helping us work around the house, and even just being the best motivator. Because she was a cheerleader in high school, and I'm not gonna lie, it really shows today. It's really awesome having her around.
Yeah. So, what does family? So, what you're saying, your family, your support, your mom and dad, that means a lot to you, and that motivates you and fuel you to be the best player that you can be. Yeah.
Yes, yes, indeed.
What aspects of your game do you feel like you need to work on?
Ooh, okay. I do have one in mind. It's probably gonna have to be dribbling because I know that I know I can dribble. I know I can do behind the back. I know I can do in between the legs. But the thing is, we all have to progress from it. And I know that sometimes I might dribble too high or too low. And I guess that the little things that you don't even realize that you have to change. And I will definitely say it's my shooting, my dribbling, my keeping my eyes up, even like looking for the passes to my teammate. Although I might be able to do it now, it might not be the best, and there's always room for improvement.
Wow, spoken like a true superstar. What advice would you give younger players aspiring to be a good basketball player?
I would say if you really care for the sport, then you should give it 100% your all. And although you might not be good right now, that's another chance that you can show people that you can be amazing. That means focusing on your shots, doing dribbling every day, shooting like maybe 200 baskets at least in 2 days at most. But it's most likely giving it your all and not being afraid to back out even when you fail the most, even when you're down, even when you have a pain in your gut and you can't get it out, or even when you're sore or have a broken leg or a broken bone, you can still focus on your shots. You do not necessarily have to be on your foot. You can just be on your back, throwing up the ball in the air, working on your shot forms. That's what I did until I like could perfect my shot. That was
Yeah,
the main thing that helped me from going like that to like actually getting the shot right.
yeah. And what are some of your goals for next season, whether it be individual or team wise?
Um, my goals is to probably be more helpful to my teammates, learn the game more to help them out, and overall just learning how to help them with their troubles. Like if they're down, I want to like be able to be the first one that they'll go to help them and say that it's going to be all right, to tell them that you don't have to hide anything you're going through because I know I'll be there for them, but I have to make sure that they know it. And I definitely, most of all, want to be working on how I can see my teammates and not make them feel like I'm not being a ball hog, because I know sometimes I might be, but I'm working on that right now. But
Yeah,
I also think that no matter what, it's a team effort.
yeah. What does next play and what does Coach Nikki mean to you, and what have she instilled inside you and taught you thus far?
Oh, so next play has been a humongous game changer for me. I feel like I've been able to practice so much. I accomplished so much this year. Like I've been going for moves I probably would never be able to accomplish. I've been able to do behind the back moves, like dribbling wise has improved so much. And especially with Coach Nikki, she helped me with private trainings. Even if we just ask for it, she always knows that like she's the first one I'll go to because she's helping me with my dribbling, helping me with my shooting, even trying to get my arc higher on the ball. It's she improves so much with me. I definitely owe her a lot of gratitude, especially since she's the one who helped me focus on what I need to do, especially in basketball, like my footwork, like my shot form, or even like how I have to take a pound dribble into the basket and tape the contact. And especially, I've been learning that more. I've been showing it in the games because I wasn't able to do that before. So I definitely owe her a great sign of gratitude for that.
Yeah, and I heard you be doing multiple practices. Like that means you really want it. Multiple practice. Some people don't even want to go to one. KK, you doing multiple practices? That is so great. Keep that up because practice is something that people don't really take serious, or some people be like, yeah, I'm just gonna do the regular. You going above and beyond. Keep that hard work skill set inside of you and don't never let that go. Then you said your power dribble into the dim. So do you get a lot of and ones?
Yeah, I do. They might not always go in, but like they're there and I get the
Yeah,
foul and that's the most important thing.
yeah. Whatever comes to your heart, speak something to the youth, something positive.
Um, to the heart, it would have to be the greatest debt I have for my family. I mean, when I think about basketball, I think of how far Coach Nikki has brought me, how far my parents have brought me. I know I definitely did a lot of the work and but my mom was the one who helped me find the actual trainers, the one who helped me find practices to go to. The one who was there like, "Oh, it's okay. You did good. Now let's figure out what's for dinner." Like, but she's like, even when we were going to get it, she's the one who's saying, okay, now what do you think you did good? And what do you think you could have worked better on? And she's definitely like a coach to me, but like I could definitely use a lot more her in my life. And it is. I have her every day. I see her every day. I just need to show my appreciation to her and especially my father. Oh man, when it comes to running, I definitely am like probably close to the first one down the court because he was the one who got me into running. He's the one who's always been my buddy, even my running buddy. I will never forget about how he got me into running and how he's like, okay, now just because you're tired, you have to keep persevering because that's what the best of athletes do. And although I might not have achieved my dream, I know I could have because I'm better than a lot of people, but I know that a lot of people are better than me, and I should have took my chance when I was young. So he always says, now take your chance. And there's just, that's always what comes to the heart. And in my mind, I always think of my family first and all the coaches, especially Coach Nikki and my other basketball coaches. Even Coach Macy has gotten me so far. she always ends up being right. I might argue, like say, okay, but then after that, I'm like, oh no, it's my bad. I'm so sorry. Because I know that she's the coach and she's the one who's teaching me and helping me learn and helping me improve so much.
Yeah. Last two questions. Pre-game, post-game meal. What's your go-to post-game meal? What would be the perfect post-game meal after your victory?
Okay, this one's easy. I would definitely be getting a pepperoni pizza and cheesy bread from Marco's. That's number one.
Any
Oh,
dessert?
so good.
Any dessert?
No, no, not really. I mean, I might just take some strawberries, but that's about it.
Yeah. Okay. Last question. What players you look up to or players you pattern your game at? What's the players that you're looking at, you're watching and looking at these days?
Would probably have to be. I still watch Kobe. I still rewatch some of his games, although my mom might not know that, but I know it. I also love watching Caitlin Clark and how much she improved, and especially they have clips on what she did when she was younger and how she just drove in and taking her shots, even though they might not always gone in. She always worked so hard, and she's one of my biggest role models. And it would probably have to be Anthony Davis. He's a good one too.
Yeah.
There's just so many, and I know I could just go on, but those would probably have to be my top three for sure.
Yeah. Well, we thank you, KK. We're spotlighting you this week for all your hard work on and off the court. Keep being a student of the game. Keep on being the great athlete that's hungry, that wants it, and having that motivation and desire to be the best that you can be. And we're gonna keep celebrating you. We're gonna keep on watching you. We're gonna keep on following you. And just know that you can do it. Whatever comes to your mind, be bold, be strong, and be fierce on that court. And you got it.
Yes, thank you.
You